What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Misplayed Magic, the only Magic the Gathering YouTube channel doing giveaways based on how I draft. You'll see up on the screen here, if I get 0 wins in today's draft, I'm giving away a collector booster pack of Final Fantasy, all the way down to if I get 7 wins, I'm giving away a draft. All you have to do to claim this is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below on how you think I did. For today's challenge, I'm doing something I've wanted to try for quite a while now, but I'm going to try to do a draft while only drafting commons, and we'll see if we can't potentially get some wins. But if not, remember, giving away a collector booster pack. So let's jump into it, and hopefully I can get a somewhat normal looking deck here. Alright, jumping into this first pack, Traveling Chocobo is great. I have not gotten to play with this card yet. I mean, I say it's great. It's really good. It's also a choke. It's like the chase card. But we are not going to be playing that today because it's a mythic and we are only playing commons. We do have several very, very solid commons. So we've got the Cornered by Black Mages, which is really strong. We've got a Summon Fat Chocobo, which is pretty good. And then we've also got a Slash of Light and a Sahagin, which are both decent in their own right. I'm going to go with the Cornered by Black Mages. I think this card can be really, really strong, especially if we get a couple of them. I think having removal spells is going to be really, really important as we do this challenge here today. I'm between that and the Summon Fat Chocobo just because I've tried this before and it's hard to get good top-end creatures and top-end action, so Summon Fat Chocobo is pretty strong. But we're going to go with the Cornered by Black Mages here and hopefully pick up some other black removal spells like a Vayne's Treachery. So really good start here. Yeah, Machinist Arsenal is great. Dragoon's Lance is great. Emperor Palamisha is solid. Judge Master Gabrant, super solid. Even the Imperial City of Arcades, super solid. But Ice Magic's really good. Vayne's Treachery is really good. We can only pick a common. I'm going to go with the Vayne's Treachery here as a really, really premium removal effect. Moving on now into our third selection. I do think we're going to take a Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum and just take as much removal as we possibly can. I don't super feel the need for a Phaidon, a Warrior Sword, or a Weapons Vendor. So that's kind of my logic there. Alright, now moving on into our fourth pick. This is where it gets interesting. I think I'm probably taking a Summon Fat Chocobo. It doesn't super go along with the cards we already picked, like the Cornered by Black Mages, but I think it's just the strongest common in the pack. I like it a little bit more than the Fate of the Suncrest, so we're going to go with the Summon Fat Chocobo here. Alright, moving on into this next one. We've got an interesting choice. We could take an Ice Fawn as a decent top-end creature that goes along nicely with the Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum and some of the black cards. We could also take a Gallicat, which I think could be really strong. Misplayed Elder could be okay. Mental Summon Break's alright. The Enforcements and the Nolith are okay. I'm going to go with the Ice Fawn here. I think it's just the strongest creature in the pack. And we'll move on to the next one. Alright, Black Mage's Rod is a great sign. I'm hoping that we maybe can just pick up a bunch of those and maybe play like a blue-black Black Mage's Rod control deck. So very excited to see that. I want to see some more Cornered by Black Mages and then just a bunch of removal effects. Hopping on into this next selection. It's either a fight on a Geisel Greens or a Light of Judgment. Probably not a fight on. We're not going to have anything that good. I think we continue to kind of toe the line with potentially playing green. So I'm going to take a Geisel Greens over something like a Light of Judgment here. I will say, if we're doing the Wizard thing, maybe the Light of Judgment's decent. Both of these cards are very fine. I think it's more likely we play red than we play green when all things are said and done. Hopping on to our 8th pick, I do think now we'll take a Misplayed Elder. It's not the greatest 3-drop in the world, but it is a wizard. Goes along with some of our wizard synergies here. I mean, I guess we'll take another one. It's either that or the Adventurer's Inn. We're going to go with the Misplayed Elder again here. Moving on to our next selection. It's either a Laughing Mad or a Vector Imperial Capital. Interesting choice here. I'm going to go with the town. I think we'll see more Laughing Mads as time goes on, but I'm glad we took the Light of Judgment. I think we might end up playing sort of a blue, black, red deck. Moving on into our next selection, we'll take a Phaidon, but it's not really going to be what we're looking for here. I mean, we'll take another one. There's a chance we end up playing those. If we have some creatures we want to get back here, we'll take a Fate of the Sun Crits because we cannot play the uncommon Reno and Rude. Here we'll take an Eden Seed of the Sanctum, but we cannot play it because it is an uncommon card. All right, hopping on into this next one. We cannot take a Genova. This card is great. Very good Magic card. Could help you win games, but it is a rare. We don't want it.
Are you sure about that?
A couple of the uncommons are decent as well, but we have got our eyes set on the commons. Ooh. All right. Whew, it's not great. It's not great. It's maybe just another Suck and Summoner Sanctum. Aramon's okay. Item Shopkeep is okay. Adventurous Airship is something. I think it's probably just another Suck and Summoner Sanctum, although I don't feel fantastic about that pickup. All right, moving on into our next selection. I do think we take a Dragoon's Wyvern. I think this card is really good. I think we're more than fine playing it. We do have a tremendous amount of 3-drops, so we really need to try and get some 2s in this deck. I think that Scorpion Sentinel is a decent start in that direction. I don't really want the Rook Turret, another Light of Judgment, or the Vincent Summer Break. The tap land is intriguing, but I think we really need 2-drop creatures so we don't just get completely run over here. Moving on now into our 4th selection. It's probably just an Undercity Dire Rat. I think we're probably going to end up playing 3 colors if I had to guess. Maybe we'll just be doing blue-black. But either way, this is a pretty good 2-drop. It's nothing incredible, but it is decent enough. I like it a little bit more than the Syncope here. Moving on now into our next choice. We can't take anything that good. I think I'm going to take a Sage's Nullis. It is a non-creature spell. It is an artifact if we get any of those synergies. Would love to take a Valkyrie aerial unit. Would like to take some good cards. But we're going to go with this Sage's Nullis here and try and make that work. Hopping on now into our 6th selection. I do think having a Vincent Summer Break is not the worst thing in the world. It can allow us to surprise our opponents for lethal if we like make our Dragoon's Wyvern into a 7/2. So, you know, it's something we can do. Moving on now into our 7th pick. I love the Dark Knight's Greatsword. I don't love that it's an uncommon. Here we'll just take another Sage's Nullis. It doesn't feel fantastic, but I guess it's okay. Hopping on into this next choice. It's either a Damper, a Gigantode, or a Lunatic Pandora. Ugh. I guess we take the Pandora? Yeah, sure. It is a non-creature spell. Here, all commons. None of them are that good. We'll take the Armon. Could be decent. Hopping on to our 10th selection. Is it a Sabotender or another Vincent's Lemon Break? I guess it's a Sabotender, but I mean, we don't feel fantastic about that. I don't know if we're going to end up playing red after all. Here, we'll take another Vincent's Lemon Break. You know, something. We'll take an Adventurers in here, although none of those are that fantastic. Port Scout is not it. Plains is fine. And hopping into this last pack, boy, would we love to play a Venat. But we are not going to be playing that here. We're not going to be playing any of these uncommons or rares. So I'm looking down at the bottom. I think it's more likely we're playing blue than playing red. So I'm going to pick an Ice Magic here as a really solid interactive spell. Hopping on into our next selection, I do kind of think we need to just like take some flyers and hope it works out. So I'm going to prioritize picking a Rook Turret here as a totally decent 4-drop that will allow us to potentially whack our opponent. Hopping on into our 3rd selection, you know, we would love to have a Summon Shiva. Golbez is also pretty solid, but we're not going to pick those here. For us, I think it's probably a Scorpion Sentinel. I think this card is decent enough. We didn't see a lot of the Black Mage's Rods like I kind of hoped that we would, which is going to really put a damper on our ability to Black Mage's Rod our opponent until they die. I guess maybe we'll actually take a Marlborough. I think we need some more top-end creatures to help us out. Here, I would love to take a Circle of Power. Really, really solid if we're doing the wizard thing. But we are not picking that here. I think I'd probably take a Hilgigus, and then potentially we will play all 3 colors. Yeah, maybe we will, just for like the amount of value we could get. Suplex is really solid there. And the deck's coming together. You know, it's not the greatest thing we've ever drafted, but we're going to try it out and maybe get a win or 2 here. Hopping on into our next pack. Is it a Sahagin or is it another Ice Flan? Interesting. We don't have a ton of expensive spells that are going to be triggering with the Sahagin, so I think I'm just going to take another Ice Flan over something like our third Mysidian Elder. Continuing through this final pack, Shinra Reinforcements is fine. None of those cards are all that good. Don't think we're playing any of them here. Hopping on into this 8th pick, I mean, we'll take another Black Mage's Ride. I think having 2 of those is something. I think we'll probably try and play the Mysidian Elders, play a little bit control-y. I think that's definitely something we can do here. Now we'll take a Vintage Limit Break again, but I think 3 of those is certainly more than we're comfortable playing. Even 2 feels like a lot. Continuing through, we'll take our first Laughing Mad. Maybe it is just a Namazu Trader. Both of which are not fantastic. But we don't have a lot of 4-drops. I'm going to go with the Namazu Trader here. I don't know that it's going to make its way into our final deck. Here, I do think Scorpion Sentinel is totally playable. We'll take another Vintage Limit Break, although we're definitely not playing that. Another Vintage Limit Break. So we have 5 that we've taken so far. Definitely shows how the draft has gone for us here today. All right, so here is the deck we are rocking with today. It looks... oh, okay. We could definitely win a game of Magic with this. And remember, if I go winless, I'm giving away Collector Booster Pack. So hopefully we can win some games today with our all-common deck. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, hopping into this first one. It's really slow. If we don't draw action, we're just totally screwed. So I'm going to mulligan this. I do like this a little bit better. We'll put back 1 of our islands. We can go Black Mage's Rod into Suplex and then maybe eventually into a Marlboro. All right, we are going to keep this. We will put an island back, and then we will play out our Black Mage's Rod on 2. Ice Flan is not a bad draw. We'll see how aggressive we get with our Suplex here. Oh no, don't kill our thing. Maybe they have a Suplex? They have a Suplex, and they're getting rid of our Black Mage's Rod, which is interesting. I guess it's a decent thing to do. They're still going to take 1 here, and we'll play our Mysidian Elder. Prompto Argentum is decent. Very decent. I think we're supposed to Suplex that. Just to use our mana as efficiently as we possibly can. We'll ping our opponent for 1, and then we'll hit him for 2. Doesn't feel incredible, but it is something. Eventually we will hopefully be able to cast our Ice Flan and our Marlboro. Warrior Sword is good. Just kind of wish we had our Suplex back. We draw an Undercity Dire Rat, which is not fantastic. I do think we would probably block their Warrior Sword with our Dire Rat and our Mysidian Elder so that we can try and get a treasure. Because I do think we want to be casting these cards eventually. I will say our opponent has only played common so far. So we are in a common battle right now with Shmeep. Coral is fine. Not that good. Summon Chocomog is decent. We'll see if they attack with their 5/3 now. I assume they will. I think we're more than fine blocking with our Dire Rat and our hero. Yeah, so I think we're okay with this exchange just because we're getting that treasure. And so now it allows us to either play our Ice Flan or our Marlboro next turn. I'm kind of hoping we draw a land so we can play our Marlboro. Ooh, we don't. Maybe I should have cycled the Ice Flan. Maybe that was a little bit greedy. But we are just going to play out a Scorpion Sentinel here, and that does not feel great. Does not feel fantastic. Our opponent has also only played common still, which is so funny. We are in a common battle. Looks like they are going to equip the Warrior Sword, which is decent. I do think we're okay just taking the hit for now. Doesn't feel great, but hopefully we can go untap land here. Oh my goodness, we do not. We do not. So I'm going to wait until we go to combat so they can't move their weapon. And then we're going to play the Stuck in Summoner Sanctum on the Coral. Grahatia is interesting. It's definitely not bad. Oh, I hit past two attackers! What am I doing? What have I done?
Hey, that was weird.
What have I done? Oh, I did not mean to do that. So we'll block here, and... oh, we'll take 6. That's so frustrating. I just put the microphone where the button is, and so we just took 6 points of unnecessary damage. I was not really looking at the at what I was passing towards. We do not draw a land. We do get a Namazu Trader though, which is decent. And then next turn, we hopefully can start playing out our Marlboro and our Iceflawn, which will be good. They are going to lose their Summon Chocomog here, which is solid because they get to draw a card, but good for the board. Paladin's Arms is decent. I mean, do we do it? Do we triple block here? That feels so psychotic, which means I'm definitely doing it. If they kill one of our things, we're in such a bad spot. Looks like they're going to kill one of our things. I will say, so look, they use removal spell on our Namazu Trader, which is, you know, fine. They then are going to kill one of our 2 between the Scorpion Sentinel and the Mysidian Elder, which is, like, not ideal, but also not the end of the world. It was just a 1/4. Alright, we do draw a land, which is exciting to see. I'm going to go ahead now and play the Marlboro so that they have to discard the card that's in their hand. And then next turn we'll have the mana because we drew the island to play the Iceflawn. So that was sort of my logic there. We are in no business to be attacking quite yet. White Auracite's really good. It's almost like that 6 points of damage that we took is going to come back to haunt us. So now I do think... I think we're probably supposed to jump block with the Wizard. Wizard isn't doing much for us at this point. And then we will play our Iceflawn and tap down their Grahatia. Oh, I really hope we draw a land now. Oh my goodness. We can Grahatia that. Oh, that's so strong. Okay, so we can do this. We will pay the ward, which doesn't feel great, but we can get rid of the Grahatia and the Paladin's Arms, which is really strong. Oh, I don't like how that triggered, so they do get to draw a card there, which wasn't fantastic. We are not attacking. We'll hold off for a second. And hopefully they go a couple lands here. I will say we are due to draw a ton of lands. Oh, Joshua Phoenix is dominant. Of course. Very good magic card. So we're going to tap that and stun it, but it's not great. So we have to chump block here. Uh-oh. This is bad. That was a really good draw for our opponent. Bane's Treachery is solid. Oh, we can't even play that.
Perfect.
I lied. Bane's Treachery is so bad. Okay, so we go down in this first one. Definitely had some misplaying there, but I don't think we were winning that regardless with them getting the Joshua on the battlefield. So we go down. They played a rare, which seemed like it was cheating, and we are now 0-1 on the day. All right, hopping into this next one. It's not great, but we can cycle the Iceflawn, which is what we're probably going to do. Actually, I guess we'll play the Undercity Dire right now just to have something out there. Can potentially make a treasure, and then we can cast our blue cards. I also want to give ourselves a chance to try and draw an island, because it could happen to us. That could be a thing that we do. We don't. So here we'll just play our Undercity Dire, and then I do think we're very comfortable trading if they like cast a spell and then attack here. If they cast a Suplex, I will cry. Adventurer's Airship was not on my bingo card for cards they would play. I will say our opponent is doing the thing. We're playing only commons alongside them right now. So we get another Iceflawn, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Do we cycle it now and then just play out a Scorpion Sentinel? I don't think so. Although that is interesting. I think I'm just going to go with the Dragon's Wyvern. I think this is the strongest play we can have. We still will play out our Swamp, and eventually we will cycle an Iceflawn. Another Red Mage's Rapier is not great. So they can't currently crew the Adventurer's Airship unless they have a Thunder Magic in hand. Or something like that. Okay, so now I do think we cycle the Ice Fawn. We are getting tons of swamps here to start. We will get that island. And then... it's interesting. Do we just play out a Scorpion Sentinel, or do we want to try and Vincent's Limit Break, kill their airship, and save our Wyvern so we can play it again, make another hero? It's close. I think I'm going to attack. And I guess I should have attacked with the 1/1 as well, because I think we're okay with that trade. But I think we're also fine with this. If we miss a point of damage, we miss a point of damage. Combat Tutorial is pretty decent. So they're going to turn their thing into a 4/2. We'll see if they crew here. I don't know if they're going to, or if they're just going to attack us with their 4/2. They are going to attack us with their 3/2. They're going to draw a card and discard a card, which I think is fine. So I think we're going to try and get a little bit aggressive the other way. So we're going to start attacking with our entire board, and then eventually hoping that a Vincent's Limit Break can deliver us a victory here. They discarded a Samurai's Katana, which is quite interesting. Quite interesting. So I think now we will start by attacking. I mean, our Scorpion Sentinels are going to grow eventually. And then I think because we drew a land here, we are just going to play out a mountain. And we're going to end our turn. I don't really feel the need to go cycle the Ice Fawn, because I think we are going to have no trouble getting to 7 lands eventually. We just need to draw 1 more. And I think if we drew an island next turn, the Ice Fawn would be really strong. They have a Blitzball, which is not good. Not very good. Not great, unless they're maybe splashing another color that kind of opens up their hand. But I think we're okay taking 4 here. And if they don't play any other creatures, we can whack them back with our little army here. Shantoto is quite strong. So, we didn't quite draw the other island that we need. So I think now we just start by attacking everywhere. And then we're going to play the Rook Turret and leave up our Vincent's Limit Break. We also are going to leave up the ability to cycle our Ice Fawn just to make our Scorpion Sentinels into 4/4s next turn, which actually would attack pretty nicely on this board. So we'll see what our opponent does here first. Prompto Argentum is good. Realms Sketching is quite strong. So they get to make a... yeah, that's really good. They get to draw a card. They get to make a Dragon's Wyvern. Make a 1/1 as well. Yeah, that's really strong. I'm hoping they attack everywhere here. And then we can try and tap down something and attack everywhere. Alright, so they are not going to attack like a maniac. They're just going to attack with the Shantoto and the hero here. So I don't think we're blocking either of these. I think we're fine just taking 8 as it currently stands. And then I do think we're going to cycle our Ice Fawn just to go get that land. So that way we can also play our Vincent's Limit Break. Cornered by Black Mages is interesting. I think we're going to start by... so I think if we swing all the way out and they have no other action, we just win. So I'm going to start by trying to do that. If they have some sort of removal spell, we're in a tough spot. But we're going to swing out. We're going to see what happens. And hopefully we can play a Vincent's Limit Break and try and sneak attack kill our opponent here. Wow, they're going to crew with the Dragoon's Wyvern, which is interesting. Let's see how they block. Maybe they want to take out the Rook Turret. So we are banking heavily on the fact that they have no other action. And we're going to play the Vincent's Limit Break on our Dragon's Wyvern. And hopefully this will do it. I mean, we'll see. I definitely shouldn't have tapped like that. Did we do it? Did we do the thing? We did it! We won a game! Oh my goodness, we get the job done. Our opponent's deck was not great, and we get there with our army of commons. We are now 1-1 on the day. All right, hopping into this next one. Our opponent goes first. This is weird. This is a weird hand. I think we're supposed to mulligan it. We've had some weird openers here. Ugh. This is not better. We're going to keep this 6. We're going to put back the Vincent's Limit Break and hope. I just don't think we can go down to 5 with our army of commons deck. But this is rough. Yeah, so a Chocobo on 1 is good, and I'm officially afraid. We're not drawing any swamps. Last time we drew only swamps. This time we're drawing only islands. It's funny how sometimes that's the way it goes. Yeah, we're going to get absolutely whacked by a Saz's Chocobo here. We need to draw a swamp. Misplayed Elder is so bad. I will say, I guess we won't do it yet. This time we'll remember, you know, before they go to attackers to tap down their thing. This is tough. This is not what you're looking for. Alright, before we go to attackers, I'm going to tap down their Saz's Chocobo because we are learning to do the smart thing here. We will take the 3. Misplayed Elder is fine. We will draw a swamp. Oh my gosh. What is going on? What is going on here today? I mean, I guess we'll tap down their Bard's Bow. Maybe we shouldn't be playing 3 colors, but I just don't think we have the ability to do 2. We are going to tap down their Bard's Bow hero. It is a tough equip. I think it's equip 6. Yeah, so goal is that they cannot attack us with that. We'll take 1 here. I mean, we're trying. And literally a mountain or a swamp would be great here. Either one, I'm not picky. A swamp. Okay, we are so incredibly back. I'm going to go ahead and make the Namazu Trader our first cast here so that we get to make that treasure. And then, do we want to cast a Black Mage's Rod as well? Or do we want to hold up that treasure so we can go Ahriman into Misplayed Elder next turn? I'm going to hold it up. It's a little bit aggressive if they move our thing. We're going to take a little bit of a hit here. But I think it'll prove to be worth it in the long run. Gladiolus Amakisha! Of course! I will say it's an uncommon, so no wonder it's good. We are going to take a walloping here, probably from their bird, if I had to guess. I don't know how we beat the Gladiolus. I guess maybe it's just our Death Toucher. But a 6/4 with Trample is good. It's not bad. So here, we're going to go tap land. We're going to go Ahriman. And then we are going to cast our Misplayed Elder as well. So hopefully, you know, that'll hold up our opponent for a split second here. We are not going to be attacking. We're trying. So I think we are going to have to make some uncomfortable blocks with the Trader and the Misplayed Elder. Oh, they also can equip it, which is really not bad. So I think we have to just triple block. They can take out our Elder and our Trader or our Ahriman. I think this is right. I mean, look, it doesn't feel fantastic. Okay, Dragoon's Wyvern is not the worst draw in the world. We're not technically dead yet, but we're pretty dead. They can put the Bard's Bow on something next turn, and then they can play a land and give that thing trample. So we're as close to dead as you can be. Their Saz's Chocobo is a wagon. It's an 8/9, which is insane. Yeah, so they're going to make a 5/7 with trample. They're going to attack with the Gladiolus as well. I'm going to actually triple block the Gladiolus. And we're going to take... I guess we can't really take 5 because they have the Wizard. And they can just cast the Call the Mountain Chocobo. So we're going to do this. We're going to take 4. And it's going to be totally fine. Everything's totally... This is good. This is good.
We have a problem. We have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
All right, we took out the Gladiolus. They have a summon GF5 for it too. Uh-oh. The odds of us winning are not high in this game. Rook turret, you know, something. Yeah, we're super dead. All right, we go down in this one. Our opponent had a great curve out. We were stuck on a million islands to start, and hopefully we can bounce back in this next one. All right, hopping into this next one. We go first. I think we try this. We can go Black Mage's Rod. We can cycle an Ice Fawn if we need to, or a Marlborough if we need to. So definitely could be a worse start for us here. I will say I did keep all of these sort of 6-mana cyclers so that they could go get us lands. That was kind of my idea behind the land fixing in this deck, which isn't great, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. I think we'll probably cycle the Ice Fawn so that we can play the Armon and the Trader and eventually try and play the Marlborough. We are going to attack here. Our opponent has countering mana up, but I feel like we rarely see people counter things in blue-green. All right, we are good there. We get the Armon through, which is great news. Summon Fenrir is quite strong, so hopefully now we can just draw another untapped land and play our Namazu Trader. Oh, we do! Let's go! That's huge! So now I do think we are fine attacking everywhere. If they want to trade with their Summon Fenrir, that's fine by us. And we'll play our Namazu Trader. This is super reasonable. All right, we can do this. And then next turn, hopefully we can draw another land and play either the Ice Fawn or the Marlborough would be fantastic. Albed Salvagers is quite strong. Comes in as a 3/4. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum is really interesting. So I think we're supposed to Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum the Albed Salvagers. We'll deal a point of damage to our opponent. And then we are going to attack with the Ahriman and the Namazu Trader. Do we want to sacrifice another creature or artifact in Surveil 2? I actually think we do. I'm going to let the Black Mage's Rod go here. And, ooh, Vane's Treachery is interesting as well. So let's keep the island there so that next turn we can play the Ice Fawn. And then after that, we will... They should block here. Unless they want the card. All right, we get him down to 8. And then next turn we can play the Ice Fawn. Turn after that we can play Light of Judgment or the Vane's Treachery. So don't feel horrible about that. I will say the Albed Salvagers is going to do some work here for them. Dragoon's Wyvern is really strong. Quite strong. Ooh, Bard's Bow is good as well. It gives their thing reach, which is quite strong. So now, I think that we are interested in... Do we just want to get rid of the Bard's Bow? Light of Judgment, that thing? Honestly, probably. Let's do that. They're going to get some life back with the Albed Salvagers. They do drain us for 2, which is good. And then we will just attack with our Namazu Trader, I think, and the Hero. I think we want to keep up the Ahriman, so I'm going to attack like this. Do we want to sacrifice our treasure? No, we don't. They're going to trade. They're going to go back up to 9, which is good. Like they're doing some good things here. But now we can go Marlborough or Ice Fawn next turn, and then the other one the turn after, hopefully. Sin! Oh, that's so good! Oh my goodness. That is so strong. So incredibly strong.
No, 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 no. Well, yes.
Holy cow. I was not ready for that. I will say, this is going to sound kind of insane. We can do this. So we're going to play an Ice Fawn. We're going to tap down their Sin. And then we're going to attack for 5. We are not going to be getting our Surveil on here. But there's a world in which we can actually win this. We just have to punch through 2 points of damage, draw a land, and play our Marlborough. Easier said than done, but it could happen. We could beat a Sin with an army of commons. They are attacking us? What? Are they gonna... Do they have, like, Tifa's Limit Break or some crap? Yeah, let's block. I feel like they have Tifa's Limit Break here. Okay. I don't know what is going on. Xenos is really good. Yeah. I mean, we tried. We tried so hard. I will say, Albert Salvagers did some crazy work for them. We're going to take out their Xenos, EA Galvis, but we are in a tough spot here because we can't attack. Our opponent had a heck of a deck. Heck of a deck. Lots of good rares. Couple Dragoons, Wyverns was great. Yeah. And this is where we go down. I mean, we tried. We tried. I think this challenge is tough. This challenge is really tough. This is my third time running it, and it never went better than 1 in 3 the entire time we were doing it. So this is what we go down with here today. Alright, so based on my performance here today with our common deck, I'm going to be giving away 3 packs of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy. All you have to do to claim this is like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below on how you think I did. I mean, this challenge is so hard. I've tried this a couple times. The best I've ever done is 1 in 3. I don't think I'm going to be doing better. I think there's a world in which our packs could have been better, but I think this deck was decent. The mana was a problem, and it was okay, and this is where we go down. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.